Welcome to the Clubhouse Corner with Benny, Moose, and Eddie, straight from Fremont to the Clubhouse. Dive into a world where East Coast golf elegance meets West Coast chill. It's all about the love of the game, so tune in and make every shot count with us. Well, hey guys, welcome back to the Clubhouse Corner, episode number 4, season number 1. I think things are going pretty well. Eddie, what do you think?
Turning tragic into magic.
Daily, right? You know,
one golfer at a time.
It's we're getting a lot of feedback, which is pretty special.
Yeah, what kind of feedback have you been getting?
You know, a lot of people are listening to it, and
Really?
the engagement aspect, just on listening to some, reporting on some of the stats and whatnot.
Yeah.
People are listening to the whole show.
That's great.
Which is awesome. So it has to be the accent. That's my guess.
Yeah, perfect. So, well, I'm glad to hear that. That's brilliant.
Yeah, great job.
Let's
it's
keep
exciting.
going.
Have another guest here this week. We have Jeff Collins, one of our charter members at the Clubhouse. Welcome, Jeff.
Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you, guys. Pleasure to be here. Absolutely.
I'll let you take this one, Eddie. You want to...
So Jeff was one of our first members at the Clubhouse when we started our membership in March 2022.
That's right.
One of the first guys. Jeff, I've known Jeff for quite some time. I used to give Jeff lessons when I worked at Laren, Canada. Jeff works in, he's a salesman, right?
I do sales for paving and concrete. We won't.
And you live right here in Campbell, right?
I live in San Jose. Yep. And
so you drive right by the Clubhouse when you go to work.
Yeah, and actually the funniest thing is that when I first became a member, I told my boss, I said we were supposed to take our cars straight home, and I said, you know what, I got to join this club. Is it okay if I stop once or twice a week on the way home? And he said, absolutely. So
how did you hear about us?
So Eddie was my golf coach for the better part of 3 or 4 years, on and off. And when he said he was moving to the Clubhouse, I was a little bit up in the air. You know, there's no drive. It's not a real course. It's indoor facility. And when I went there, it was like day one. I fell in love with the Clubhouse, and then actually him giving me lessons there, I got immediate feedback on what he was giving me. And then when he was not there, I was still able to get that feedback. So it was a no-brainer to join. So
great. Yeah. Well, thank you for being a part of the Clubhouse family.
Absolutely.
Can you tell the listeners, some of your top 3 favorite things about the Clubhouse, being a member?
Sure. No, absolutely. I mean, it's actually, not to be cliche, but there's more than 3 things that I love about it. But if I had to nail it down, I think, I've always been about a 7 or an 8 handicap playing and getting lessons with Eddie, and I've actually gotten down to a 5 now. And I think a large majority of that is the ability that I have to learn in the Clubhouse with the simulators and the immediate feedback I get. So number 1, I mean, it's got to be the feedback that I'm getting from the simulators. Number 2, it is nice to feel like a member at a Clubhouse when, I'll be dead honest with you, I make pretty decent money, but I can't afford to join a club. So
expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're talking places $25,000 initiation fee, $100,000 initiation fee. I can't do that right now. So to join a club and it does still feel like a golf club. Yeah.
Well, that was our whole, kind of logic behind it, right, Eddie?
Yeah.
The private club for the public golfer.
That's it. And I've worked at private clubs and country clubs in New York and all the rest for 22 years, and I'm bringing a little bit of that private feel to the public golfer that you can't really access because it's so freaking expensive. I think Los Altos Country Club is like $350,000 to join, and they don't even have a driving range. It's crazy. My favorite, Monterey Peninsula Country Club down in 17-mile drive, that's like $350 to join, and they got a 5-year wait list.
For the wait list?
Yeah. Average age is 74. Good luck getting in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of them might not be here in a little while.
So, we got we're doing
nice. You want the invites, Jeff.
I know.
So we're doing pretty cool things. Different member events. You got the member service, a little private kind of feel at a public setting. So that's why we call it. I coined that phrase, the private club for the public golfer, whenever we first started. So we're glad you're a part of the membership family.
Sure. I think if I had to make a third thing, it would be the fact that you guys have not just a chef, but basically a gourmet chef at this place that makes great food. There's great bartenders, and I've made my share of friends with the bartenders now, and I've actually taken friends there on my days that I don't have league nights or not practicing, and we've gone and played 18 holes in 2 hours and had lunch and beers, not after, while we're playing.
Yeah.
So you get to, it's not hard you don't have to walk to the next shot. You don't have to walk to the next hole. You're able to have a beer, have a drink, have some fries, have a burger, and hit your next shot. And it sometimes, especially when the rain, but even on non-rainy days, you're playing around at golf and you're getting better at golf, which I think is the biggest thing.
I gotta say, Jeff, one of the things that you've done is you're the 3-time league champion. We do golf leagues at the clubhouse, and Jeff, you've won it 3 times on the trot, I believe, right?
I think I'm 3. I have 3 out of 4 leagues, and I came in second in the last league. And going into Wednesday, I believe that I'm tied for the lead for my 4th championship. Hopefully,
That's exciting stuff, Jeff. That's
nervous?
exciting.
No, leave it to Eddie. He always makes you feel good. I think that if people are listening and they want to get involved, golf leagues and simulators are a big deal right now in the entire United States and the world.
Sure, yeah.
If somebody's questioning what these golf leagues are like, or it's not, it is a blast.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're playing 9 holes. We're also doing. We're using half our handicaps, and we have a handicap system to make it fair. I'm playing farther back than some of the guys are playing, but the thing is that it's a league. It is.
Yeah.
It is. If you like bowling leagues, if you like golf leagues, this is the same thing, and it's fun, and it's something to look forward to every week. So, as much as we joke now, I mean, I am a 3-time champion, but it's fun to say that. It's fun, something that I wouldn't get anywhere else. So I think it's a blast.
Well, in the short period of time, you started obviously with the membership, watching it grow and evolve, and like we were talking last week, a lot of friendships have evolved out of the memberships as well. And now we have 2 league nights, and hopefully more in the future. And I sent you an idea today. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yep, I read it.
To do
No, I'm on it. Yeah, for the next league.
a club championship. So the winner of Wednesdays and the winner of Thursdays will play off.
Yeah, no, I think
Something like
that's a fantastic idea. And I think another thing, we were talking is that when you walk into this place, it's fun to be a member and walk in and have people say, "Hey, Jeff, welcome back," and hey, and there's your name on the wall that you've won a couple times or whatever the case is. I think that
we're working on it, Jeff.
Yeah.
I know.
Not just my name. I mean, there's other people out
You
there
want
too.
your name in lights. Everybody wants to see their name as long as it's spelled right?
That's correct.
So that's the most important thing. Well, thanks, Jeff. It means a lot that you're with us, and you really help make the clubhouse, successful, and our growth and our love and passion for the game. You make it easy. So thank you.
I appreciate you guys both for having me, and I also cheers. I also appreciate the clubhouse, and if you're listening and and you're wondering what this thing is, if you go into this place, you're gonna like it. You're gonna love it, and if you go in there, you're gonna get better at golf. So that's how I love it.
Love it. And you mentioned the when you're playing on a Sunday afternoon, the bar's how far away?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, it might be 10 feet or it might be 20 feet, depending on what
Which
simulator you're in.
Love it.
Yeah, it's not too far.
Well, with the bar in mind, it's the 19th hole. We want to thank our sponsor, Trumer Pils.
Yep.
The perfect Pilsner. It is on tap. It is cold. It is crisp. It is refreshing. And it is the world's most awarded Pilsner. So thank you, Trumer, for making this show possible.
Got to go to the Berkeley Tap Room.
Berkeley Tap Room. Got to go. Go see Derek and...
DERICK.
Yes. Derek, and what was the other one?
Joe, was it?
Joe?
Was it Joe?
I think it's Joe. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, moving on. Eddie,
Yes.
you're the pro. So
PGA member.
PGA member,
Yep,
player and instructor, right?
that's right.
That's amazing. Not many of you in the population.
There's only one Eddie Scott, Ben.
Only-
There's only one. I'm
Is
very,
it Fast
very
Eddie
unique.
or Eddie Scott? What
I don't know how many Northern Irish golf pros there are in Northern California, but I'm certainly one of them.
Well, we're lucky to have you as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
So, big thing that's become pretty popular with the show is your tip of the week.
The
You know,
tip of the week.
We don't want to give the world away, but to get
Not a
these guys
problem,
comfortable and ladies and
Yep.
kids.
So Eddie's tip of the week. Basically, how I teach beginners, right? I teach everybody differently because everyone's different. Everyone's got a different outlook on life. Everybody's a different, coming from a different background, ability, potential, this, that, and other thing. But I do have a formula how I teach beginning golfers is, first of all, rule number 1, get the ball in the air, which is little ball,
Big ball.
big ball. Yep. Rule number 2, then I start teaching the fundamentals of the game, and I try to make them fun, which is stands for GPA, grip, posture, alignment. They're the 3 fundamentals of the game. My daughter, Ella, she's working on her GPA, so grip, posture, alignment. The grip is your first connection to the club. It's your only connection to the club. That has to have that somewhat fundamentally decent. Let me talk about posture. Posture in general is a problem. We're all sitting down here. We're sitting curved over. Yeah, we're all yeah. and
I
it's
didn't want to say it. Yeah, I was kind of sleeping.
and it's a major problem. So posture is very important, and that's static posture as well as dynamic, how you move, and then alignment, how you aim at the target. GPA is the first three things I teach beginning golfers. Then it goes to how you pivot your body, how your body moves, and that's the first kind of thing. So Eddie's tip of the week is how you learn how to play golf, get the ball up in the air, get a grip, get some decent posture, learn about the fundamentals with alignment with club face, club path. And that's kind of how I teach beginning golfers. But the most important one is go take a lesson off a PGA professional, someone that knows what they're doing. Yep.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. You've really helped me. Like I say it over and over. I'm like a broken record. Used to be over the top, slicing the hell out of the ball. Mm-hmm. Now I'm inside out and have a little baby draw.
That's right. Strengthen up your grip from the tip a couple of weeks ago.
Well,
right?
I learned how to hold a golf glove after 40 years listening to you talk about the tip of the week.
Yeah, I fight it on a daily basis.
Seriously.
I think one of the biggest things, if I may interject, is that a lot of beginner golfers don't want to take lessons, and I don't know what the reason is because
they're embarrassed.
They're maybe
nervous,
or maybe they don't want to spend the money. I'll learn it away,
sure.
you know. But I mean, here's the thing: if you can get one lesson under your belt, I know every time I've taken a lesson with Eddie, I don't leave there with more than one or two things that are on my mind, and that makes the golf round that I played next. I don't have a novel in my head. I'm not thinking about a bunch of things. I'm thinking about the one or two things that I worked on with Eddie, and that makes your round a lot easier.
Well, and there's a saying too. If you practice the same thing over and over again and it's wrong, you're never going to get better.
Right. Well, practice makes permanent. Practice doesn't necessarily make better.
Sure.
But if you have perfect practice and you're practicing with a purpose, you've got a good recipe for success.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm just trying to guide people down the right direction. And, as far as getting golfers, you've got to get a grip. You've got to be able to learn how to hold the club correctly. And then how you posture yourself, address the ball properly, and how you aim. So those are the first three things.
Wasn't there a really famous golfer that had a book on the grip?
Sure, lots of people.
But probably have to be famous if he had a book.
But the most important one, right? Wasn't it Ben Hogan?
Ben Hogan's got the 5 modern fundamentals of the game.
Yeah.
That's the highest selling golf instruction book ever. And that was made back in the 50s or something like that, a long time ago. Mm-hmm. The instructions got better. Everybody's got bigger, faster, stronger. The instructions got better. But that still is the number one selling book. Now, there should be a disclaimer in that book because Hogan was a hooker. So he had, later on in his life, he got a little bit of a weaker grip. He got a little bit of a cup up there because he always fought a hook. So, you got to understand that. But,
he also got hit by a bus.
Great information on there, yes.
That could have something to do with the...
Yeah.
I mean, I think one of the worst things that could happen to a beginner golfer also is not taking a lesson and hitting a couple balls straight down the middle by chance.
Right.
And they don't need, I don't need help. Right? I've done it before, I'll do it again, but I think a lot of people, even when you get down to a low handicap, still need help. And that's why professional golfers have they have way more coaches than we have.
Well, the thing about it is, guys, is you can't see yourself. So,
nor do you want to sometimes.
Nor do you want to. So, your instructor sees what you're doing and can pick that out, those little issues, within a couple of seconds pretty easily. Someone that knows what they're doing. But, that's why mirror work is good at the range, so you can actually look at what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
That is great stuff, Eddie. Thank you. And for those of you out there, like Eddie said, find a PGA professional. If you do pick up the game, don't try to figure this thing out. It's this thing out on your own. It is the hardest game in the world, and it's just the ball's just sitting there.
If your fundamentals are good, if you have a solid grip, a solid posture, and solid alignment, you're going to be okay. You're going to be just fine.
Terrific.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we hope to see people in your training base soon, Eddie.
Yeah, me too.
Eddie at FremontClubhouse.com.
That's it.
Okay. So, learning the game, there's obviously, evolution as you progress and, quality of equipment. There's a massive industry on golf balls out there, and I'm not here to, advertise for a specific golf ball, but they all advertise different compressions, different spin rates, different, compression size and softness and hardness and this and that. I personally have gone through a professional fitting through Titleist. And my ball that matches my swing speed, my loft, my, ball speed is a Titleist Pro V1X, and I like the way it looks. And I like the way it reacts on the greens, around the greens, off the tee. Sometimes it goes in the hole when I make a good putt. Not all the time, but nonetheless, that's my choice. What's yours? And why? I guess
I will play anything that's free.
Free is me.
If it's for free,
It's
it's
easy
for
when he's
me.
hitting the ball down the middle of the fairway.
My name's Jimmy. I'll take anything you give me. Yeah. But no, I was a Titleist guy all my life, and there's nothing worse. Oh my God, at my home course at Port Stewart Golf Club, if you ever get the chance to go there, the first hole is downhill, dogleg right. You got the beach and the ocean, Atlantic Ocean on the right hand side, but there's all this crap on the right, crap on the left, and your first swing of the day. There's nothing worse than going buying a box of Pro V's, going to the first tee, and then slamming 3 out of bounds.
Yeah.
But anyway, apart from that, I play the TaylorMade TP5. I don't play the X, which is a little bit harder. And I also play the Callaway Tour Chrome Soft.
When you say harder in density?
Just a little bit harder feel. To the ball. You got softer, you got harder, and basically it's to do with spin rates. Mm-hmm. The softer the ball, basically the more it spins around the green, the harder the ball, less it spins. To find out the right ball that you should be using, trying to find out what your data is as far as what your spin rates are.
Sure.
Most of the companies make balls that spin more, spin less. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're a high launch person and you're spinning that ball a lot, maybe you want to go with something that's a little bit less spin. But how you really fit people with golf balls in that regard is from the green back to the tee. How does it feel on putts? How does it feel on chips? How does it feel on pitches? And then go back to the tee box and then get the right kind of spin rate for your ball. Mm-hmm. But all the companies make fantastic equipment. Titleist have been the world's leading ball manufacturer for God knows how long, ever since I've been alive. But all the companies make great stuff. The TaylorMade TP5X ball is a great ball. Callaway Tour Chrome Soft, they just released it. Fantastic ball as well. Yeah.
So speaking of the ball, with all this new technology, AI has helped the development of the golf ball now, right? And the clubs, of course, and everything else. But you said it earlier about swing speed, and I'm not assuming, but there are a lot of lower swing speed golfers out there.
Yeah, of course.
So, like Mike's swing speed, I don't know, what is it, 108, 109, something in that,
Are you really
ballpark?
that high?
Something like that.
I'm at 108, 109.
There's probably a little bit of tax added on there. But
Is that, what am I then?
I don't know what you are.
What's what in the fitting it was?
It was like 104 or something like that.
Was it? Okay, 104. Whatever it is. Okay.
So you're getting to what kind of ball should lower swing speed?
Yeah, so
players
sub
play?
100, what should somebody play?
If you ask Titleist what kind of ball should a slower swing speed player play, they're going to tell you it's the Pro V1. The Pro V1 can be played by any player. And Titleist make a ton of balls for different price points, for different types of players. Mm-hmm. But the Pro V1 is good for a tour professional, an average player, a high handicapper, a senior, a lady, for everybody. And then they make different price points across the board for people who want to pay or don't want to pay for money. The Pro V1, what's that in the pro shop? Like $15 for 3 balls?
It's like 55 a dozen now.
It's
or
like
something.
16 or 17
and it's expensive.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
a
and
lot
if
of
you're
money.
a beginning golfer and you're going out there spraying the ball over the place,
It's $5 a swing.
No, yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Please, we love your
Okay,
story.
I used to work at a place called Old Marsh Golf Club in Florida. In the wintertime, I
Sounds
would
wet.
go down there. So we're going through the Florida swing right now with all the golf courses down there covered with water. Anyway, Old Marsh Golf Club is the number one account for Titleist golf balls in southern Florida.
I bet.
16 out of the 18 holes have water on them.
Oh, jeez.
Right? So I'm playing down there, and I've got to escort a group that's come down from Connecticut, a place called Stanwich Golf Club, the number one course in Connecticut. So they come down to the range. I've got to escort them around the property because they're not playing with a member. And I'm looking at them at the range warm up, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a tough round, right? And I said, okay, I'm going to count how many balls these guys lose.
Oh, boy.
16 holes, and 16 out of 18 holes have water, right? We get to the 16th hole, beautiful little par 3, water on the left. Plop, plop, plop.
Oh,
Guys tee up again. Plop, plop, plop. I'm pissing myself laughing on the tee box. And 54 balls,
Three
in
guys.
18 holes, and that's 16 holes.
says 12,
Somehow they
12.
made it down the 17th and 18th without losing the ball.
Oh my gosh.
54 balls. Now, if it's $55-$60 a dozen,
Yeah.
right?
So that's 4.5 dozen, almost 5 dozen.
They were buying Pinnacle 18 packs.
That's funny.
Shouldn't shoot down Pinnacle though.
No, nothing wrong with Pinnacles.
Hey, Pinnacle, very hard ball, cheap,
Inexpensive.
it does the job, and if you're losing a bunch of balls, go ahead and do something like that. But
I will say that I have to throw a shout out to Vice balls because in November.
Vice are good.
I shot my first round under par, and I'm supposed to play based on my swing speed a Pro V1X. It's and I get a lot of spin on the ball, but I played a Vice Pro Soft.
yeah,
And it
Great
played.
golf
It played. So those are if you're trying to save money, it's a great ball.
yeah.
No, good stuff on the golf ball. I think it's an important attribute or aspect to the game.
Yeah, it's every shot you hit, you're gonna have,
True that.
with a golf ball. Titleist have done such a great job marketing. Ever since I was a kid, when I was all the junior tournaments I played, they were handing out golf balls. And then if you look, every golf magazine in the world, from China to here to Ireland or whatever, Titleists are on that.
For sure.
So their marketing is fantastic.
Yeah.
They're a golf ball company. They actually don't make money selling golf equipment.
Really?
With as far as clubs, they break even every year.
Is that right?
Sometimes they lose money as well. Fantastic quality equipment, but they are a golf ball company.
Huh. Well, I mean, at $5 a ball retail, what does it really cost them to make? A quarter?
A lot of research, and they've got to pay a lot of people.
A lot of people to
play
use
it,
them. Yeah, true.
All that marketing.
Yeah, that's true. They say it's the number one ball on tour for a reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good stuff. Well, the weather's getting warmer too. People are going to start going out. The rains are finally gone here in Northern California for all of you in Ireland listening to your boy Eddie. But warm weather means more golf for everybody. So hopefully that really makes it's 'tis the season, right? Everybody's got their new equipment. Call Eddie, get fitted
Yep.
or fit.
Just sold like 5 sets of Mizuno irons.
Nice.
The guys came pick them up today. Fantastic looking clubs from all abilities. The JPX 923 HL irons. They sold a set of MP 243s for the good better player. Phenomenal golf clubs.
I'm excited.
Mizuno don't spend a lot of money on marketing because they put their money into the research and development of their clubs. They let their clubs do the talking for themselves. And I'm very, very happy that Mizuno are a part of the clubhouse.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, we're very lucky to have them as well. And Callaway and TaylorMade.
Yep. And PXG.
Don't leave off my PXGs.
And PXG. That's
Sorry,
right.
and if my wife's listening, I'm not in the market for the new PXG driver from Eddie. I'm not buying that, Michaela. We're fine.
When's your birthday?
I'm gonna buy it before my birthday.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not in the market.
I'm not in the market.
Not in
No,
the
I'm
market. Not in the market. That's funny. So you mentioned the Florida Swing. They're playing an Arnold Palmer Invitational this weekend.
Bay Hill, yeah.
All the big boys are there.
Unfortunately, I've never got the chance to play there, but coming up in a couple of weeks is TPC Sawgrass, right? The renowned 5th major. I'm very fortunate. I've got to play there a couple of times. They've had 2 golf courses there. The stadium course, obviously, is the famous one. They have the Valley course right next door, which is just as good, but it's all about the last few holes.
Is that next week? The players?
I think it's in a couple of weeks.
Couple weeks?
I think it's a couple of weeks.
Well, you know what that means. A couple weeks after that.
The Masters.
Masters, baby.
Amen Corner.
Well, I'm a little worried. You guys heard that Tiger dropped out of the players.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he's getting ready.
I think that's good because he'll be able to get ready for the Masters.
Well, I hope.
You know what I mean?
I hope that's what that means.
That
yes.
the Players Golf Course, that's a tough track right there, and that's brutal.
What was wrong with him at Riviera?
He said
he
he
had
had
the
a flu.
Oh, okay.
Yet he was limping.
He was holding his head. So he's got a plethora. I hope he's okay. I mean, he is the game still.
He is the needle.
He is the needle. 100%.
It makes me laugh when people say like they're not a Tiger Woods fan. It's just I don't understand how you couldn't be. I mean, I know there's some other stuff there, but
we're talking about how I teach beginners and whatnot. I go over the grip. That's the first fundamental of the game. I use Tiger's grip as a carbon copy to look at, to try to copy and emulate. His grip to me is, his hands look like they were designed to go on a golf club, and I use that as a model when I teach beginners how to hold the club. Hopefully Tiger plays. I mean, it's going to be way more fun if he does. Well, hopefully he makes the cut. And not only does he make the cut, he plays
make
good.
a run. That's right.
The thing about the Masters is all these pros like Tiger has been playing that for forever. Like Phil Mickelson always does that well there because they know the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
They have the local knowledge to be able to get it around.
Sure.
Bernard Langer, for example, he's always plays great there. Freddie
yeah.
Couples, he's always plays great there. So it's such a unique tournament, and that's really the golf season kicks off. Once you hear that little jingle with Amen Corner, golf is ready to take off.
Jim Nance is working his voice, and
Did you guys notice that the commercials for the Masters started like back in November?
Oh, it's like Christmas. It's coming. I love it. The Masters. Oh my gosh, there's nothing better than Masters weekend. We need to do something this year at the Clubhouse for Masters Week.
Okay. We have our simulators. We could turn them into our TVs, basically.
For sure. But they have some famous food down there. The pimento cheese sandwich. What else? The chicken sandwich. There's a couple other things, and their pricing, I understand.
Well, if you could lower the beers down to $1.50, we could do that too.
Well, it's Augusta. It's Masters Week. Maybe we do.
Just kidding. You know what?
Maybe they're 8-ounce dollar beers. Something. Nothing's out of the Pilsner Trumer might get behind that.
I've had friends that actually won the lotto and got to go to the Masters, but not to they went to practice rounds.
So what?
But it really is. I don't know if anybody's listening that doesn't know this about the Masters. The beers are $1.50.
Yeah.
Pimento cheese sandwiches are $1.50.
Yeah.
It's once you get in there, you can't bring your phone, you can't do anything else, but it's not pricey. You're not spending $16 on a beer or $20 on a beer like you would at a Giants game or anything like that.
They certainly do take care of the crowds. Well, boys, this has kind of flown by today, so we got to kind of wrap it up. I want to make sure everybody, the Clubhouse is not just, wrapped around golf. It's not just wrapped around buying equipment. Obviously, the membership in the Clubhouse is a big component, but it is an event center as well.
Yeah.
And with graduation season coming up, we do a lot of not only corporate offsites, but graduation season is perfect for the families, perfect for the kids to have an activity, go outside, play some bocce, play some cornhole, rent the simulators. If you don't play golf, play some dodgeball, whatever it may be, right?
Yep, we had an event there yesterday. Not sure who was there, but they used the simulators. They were playing dodgeball. They were playing like cricket. They were doing all the different sports in the simulators. We don't necessarily advertise it as like a, that kind of facility. We advertise it as a golf facility. But if you don't play golf, there's other sports you can play for kids' parties, for adult events. Yeah, so you can multi-purpose.
Yeah, no, tis the season for corporate events, graduation parties, birthday parties. Just a Sunday afternoon to come with the boys and swing the club, right?
Absolutely.
Well, in closing, guys, Jeff, thank you very much again for not only being a member, but of the Clubhouse and being here today, helping make the show a success.
I appreciate you guys having me. I appreciate the Clubhouse. If you guys haven't been there, go there. It's worth it. And anytime you guys want me back, I'm glad to come back.
Love it. So the website, FremontClubhouse.com, and again, thank you, Trumer Pills and Eddie. What do we do?
Turn tragic into magic.
Yeah, baby.
Cheers.
All right, boys. Thank you.
Cheers.
Have a great week.